Hello everybody, Butter Knight here and welcome back. This will be the first part of our episode 5 playthrough. It has been a long time coming, so let's get to it. We are going to be a hardened survivor.
Jack? Thank you for coming. I didn't dare to hope, but when I saw your face in that canoe, I wasn't sure if it was too late.
Where?
Oh, this is my home. You made it. To Perseverance Mills.
I woke up and I thought I saw a child.
God, I wish it were true, but I can't see how. My little sweet Freya. It's gotten worse since we last spoke. She's been asleep like this for days now. She comes out of it once in a while and seems completely lost. The other night I woke up and she was standing on the porch, door wide open, like she was going to take a walk. She was freezing, but she wasn't awake. It was like sleepwalking.
We knew these symptoms might come.
Did you bring the treatment you promised?
I did bring them, but on the way here, the plane came down in the mountains. I got separated from Mackenzie. I'm sure he has the meds, and I know he's trying to get to us. We just need time. He'll get here.
Astrid, I'm not sure we have the time. Whatever happened to Freya seems to be affecting others in Perseverance. Dr. Larson set up a quarantine about a week ago when the power first went out. But he's gone missing, and the whole town is afraid.
Quarantine?
Yeah. He thinks whatever is going on might be contagious. We've been trying to reach other towns on the radio, but nobody's responding.
Something's happened to the power. But also, it's more than that. I can't explain it yet, but it feels big.
People are getting frantic. Most are scared to leave their homes. Some are talking about breaking quarantine.
The doctor must have had a good reason for establishing it. If it is something contagious, we need to keep it from spreading further.
I think we have bigger problems. People have gone missing, and a couple have turned up dead. Some people are saying there's a killer from out of town, preying on people, catching them out in the forest, strangling them, drowning them. There are all kinds of crazy theories. Everyone is scared, and nobody's thinking too straight.
It sounds like the doctor may have had some ideas. Where can I find his clinic?
It's near the center of town. Not far from Cooper's Blind, the bar.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
careful, Astrid. Freya's counting on you.
Alright, hello everybody. As I said at the beginning, this is the start of episode 5. We are going to actually go back inside the house. I do want to see if there's anything of note. I'm sure our friend wouldn't mind us taking what we can. Let's go ask her. Can we have some supplies? What's that? You said we could? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So yes. We will treat that as if our friend, you know, has allowed us to use what we need.
This'll come in handy.
Yes, indeed. That's good. So yes, this is the start of episode 5. It's been a long time coming. I've been waiting for this for years. Can't wait to get into it. I did try and record this one time previously, and I got up to like the part where you get into the wilds.
This stuff will come in handy.
But I decided to restart it because I had selected the other difficulty, which was not as difficult as I was hoping for. And we kind of want it to be like the 1000-day interloper series we've got going on, right? I think she's humming to her daughter, which is nice. We'll leave her be. And it's up to us to make sure that her daughter recovers. Well, actually, I guess it's more so up to Will at this point, right? Nothing we can do about it. That he's... The boots are nice, but they're a bit too slow for our liking. And we'll still assume our friend is going to need them.
I'll take it.
Ooh, peanut butter. Okay, I think that's good. We don't want to take everything. Okay, we'll leave the rest. Thank you so much for letting us have your stuff. Don't want to peek in on them, so let's just go ahead and head out. Alright. First objective is to head to, or I guess investigate the whereabouts of Dr. Larson. So this is Perseverance Mills. Like I said, this episode, I've been waiting for this for a long time. I can't wait to see how the story resolves. I'm most interested to see how it ties into the tales because, as you know, in the other series, I've gone into detail about what I think the source of the memory concerns could be, and I really want to see how that, like I said, how this integrates into the story.
I think I can use this.
Okay. Now, there are concerns with just walking in here and taking everything, and if this place wasn't seemingly abandoned, we'd have a bit more reservations for it, but from what I understand, like, almost everybody has left the town, and who's ever left is not in this place. Like, I think they're, like, taking refuge in the public centers. So I don't want to feel like I'm just robbing these people, but I don't think there's anybody coming back to this house. And of course, from a gameplay standpoint, there is nobody. But I like to play the game how I would in real life, and I would not do this unless I knew
Nobody
that,
needs this anymore.
like she said, that nobody needs it anymore. Okay, I thought that was a knife. That's a paintbrush. We don't need that.
This will come in handy.
That's fine. Actually, you know what? We will wear those. No, we don't need those. Is that a knife? It's an improvised knife. We'll take it. That's amazing. I don't know why the people here would need an improvised knife, but
This stuff will come in handy.
if it gets down to it, we'll keep that actually, because we can rip that up anytime we want. Yeah, I don't think anybody's ever coming back to here, so let's just head out. Now, if we get explicitly told by somebody not to take anything, we will not. But I think for now we're just going to assume any place we can loot is a place that is valid to do so. But if they say, hey, please don't take anything, then we will not. I think, yeah, a lot of these places are just abandoned and beyond help. Yeah. A sign of civilization. Don't want to go taking anything out of these cars, because anybody here is probably using that car. Ah, hello.
Damn quarantine.
I hope
What
this
the hell
is
was Larson thinking?
something
Have
we
to be
can-
vigilant, no matter what.
People are scared. Is the
Alright.
quarantine
Ooh, there's a
supposed to
ptarmigan
make us
statue.
feel better?
Quarantine from what? We're the only one.
Oh, welcome to Cooper's. Haven't seen you around here before.
Right, I've been staying with a friend.
Ah, right. You're Jane's friend from the mainland. The one from the canoe. You feeling any better?
Yes, thank you. I'm looking for the doctor, Larson. Any idea where I can find him?
Well, you're not the only one looking for the man. The good doctor set up a quarantine here, what, a couple of weeks ago now? After everything stopped working. Said strange things were happening. People going missing, weird stuff. I'm not sure. He's usually such a level-headed guy. It's not like him to just disappear in the middle of all this.
When was the last time anyone saw him?
It's been days at least. It's a bit hard to keep track, honestly. Every day another refugee from the cold, or three, showing up and camping out here at the bar.
I'm sure they appreciate having a safe place to stay.
Well, most of them wouldn't stoop low enough to pass the threshold in good times, but I don't hold it against them. I'm happy to be able to help, as long as there's wood for the fireplace and booze for the patrons, that is. At least I don't expect the wood to run out.
Well, if you have any suggestions for where I can start looking for Dr. Larson.
His clinic is just up the street. He leaves a spare key at the bar in case of emergencies. I'm sure he wouldn't mind giving a friend of Jane's a chance to look around. He's almost family to them after all those hours sitting by Freya's bedside.
Thanks. I'll start there.
Might be worth taking a look at the constable's office, and the co-op too. This is a small town, so news and drama tend to show up in those places first.
Got it. Thanks.
Stay safe out there. And watch out for the mill workers. Someone tried to burn the place down about a week ago. They're convinced it's the same person running around murdering people in their sleep. So they're a bit on edge.
You don't sound like you believe in the murderer theory.
Not my place to say. I mostly listen to people and keep my opinions to myself. I will say that I've lived here for years. A remote place like this is dangerous by nature. We're always only one careless step away from a very bad situation. It can bring out the worst in people.
Thanks for the key. I'll bring it back when I'm finished.
You stay safe out there. And if you get too cold, feel free to come back to warm up a bit. I'll keep the fire going as long as I can.
Thanks. I'll be careful.
Alright. Let's get to it. We've got quite a bit of things to do. Let me just check something. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was recording properly, because when you open story mode, it like closes the application.
Just gone. She woke up and he was out of the bed. The house was freezing. She went looking for him downstairs. Found the front door wide open.
Oh man, not another one.
A notebook pertaining to somebody.
Was with Ray Wilson a couple of days
Another sleepless night, trying to not
Ray's
hear
always off doing
old
something.
Joseph snoring, Carol muttering. Can't wait for this to be over.
This doesn't feel like Ray going.
Let's go for a
all
weekend on the
She
mainland.
said his boots and parka.
They're rambling about. I wish she stopped obsessing over the waterfall noise, though. Yeah, I think we're gonna see a lot of themes about noise and water, and
Doesn't look good.
yeah, it's like what was tying into the tales. So I am glad they're tying that in. Also, the bearskin bedroll is crazy. Also, let's not steal from them. I think this was the one we took. So let's try and not do that. This is a bit more
Best be prepared for anything.
justifiable, I think. We already have a lantern, so I think we're good. Take a book.
Thank goodness Cooper's at this big fireplace.
I ran out of fuel oil yesterday. I could barely get out of my house.
Then we gotta check out the town's key locations.
One of the last places around.
We're gonna drop this firewood here as well. I'm sure we'll be stockpiling a bunch of stuff. There's probably gonna be a quest to gather supplies, which I don't mind doing. We're gonna try and do all we can to help everybody out here. So this is definitely not gonna be a speed run. It's going to be a methodical approach to getting all the story achievements and all the optional side quests. Dear community, current events prevent us from getting our usual deliveries. We've decided to ration what we have. We'll be selling it fresh produce while it lasts. Batteries are out of stock. Same with gas. If you have a surplus you'd like to contribute, please let us know. We'll be putting packages together for those in need and those who have lost loved ones. Thank you for your help, patience, and resilience. It's really nice. They're all helping each other. But it's been weeks, it sounds like, so a lot of people have probably left. Alright, find clues. Hey, look. It's Teddy. Or not really Teddy, but looks just like Teddy from our playthrough. Ooh, energy drink.
Probably useful.
Take these. Okay, Jacob. Antidepressant, lock all doors and windows. Wear earplugs if you feel the ocean is too loud at night. Interesting. Okay, now we gotta go to the clinic. Okay. Hopefully this isn't going to be biting us in the butt later. And they're like, why did you take everything? It's like, well, I'm sorry, we didn't think you were coming back for it. But if they have issues, we will do what we can to hunt animals and whatnot and bring back meat for everybody to have. So alright, I think that's good. Any cans we can take? Does not seem so. Okay, let's go. Oh, that would have been a good place to have something. Yeah, and we are on the hardened survivor difficulty, so I don't expect there to be a huge surplus.
I'll take it.
So it'd be wise to take what we can when we're out and about. So some missing poster board.
Where did they all go?
Where did they all go, indeed?
People missing. All over Great Bear.
In case you need to use supplies, spare key to the clinic. Yep, please write down with supplies so I can replace them. For serious injuries, contact first responders.
I think I can use this.
Okay, we're not gonna need... I think we're good on medicine. Let's look for clues. I guess we'll take that. Really, tinder plugs are the best way to go about it. Okay, I don't think anything's going to be in here. Like I said, since this is Hardened Survivor, yeah, we're going to take everything we can. And if it becomes an issue, we will remedy that issue later on. Okay, let's see a clipboard.
I have no rational explanation for my patient's altered presentation. All that is left is the irrational, and I do not want to go down that road quite yet. Ever since the night we lost power, everyone has looked to me for an answer. But my limited journals are useless without a connection to the mainland. I will press on, but I fear it is time to involve law enforcement. In whatever fashion the law remains on this tragic island in the middle of this catastrophe. Doing my duty, I will pursue the leads that I can as I can. I have enlisted the local constable as well. He is here lately on his usual rotation, if also eager to leave once he saw the basic quarantine I pushed for. But he is hardy, and he seems dependable enough. We will see.
Indeed we shall. Okay, see a doctor or the constable for access. That's likely where the morgue is. I think. Let's head out. Ooh, okay, never mind. Brain scans and notes. Signs of dementia, but it's appearing in children. This is what was occurring in
Some of
the
these findings
tales as well.
familiar.
Okay. Because if you remember in Signal Void, that's what they were all reporting on. Even in story mode, we can't get away from the oppressive wind.
Where are all these people missing?
Okay, this is the constable's office.
Hope nobody needs this
Not
anymore.
gonna need that. I think we already have a can opener. Lots of coffee, that's great. Dear Constable, please find me when you can. Martin's gone missing. Martin's gone. If you find this note, please contact me when you're back. I don't think he's coming back. There's a gun in there. Huh. Okay, the brass key. Maybe that's in here somewhere. Oh,
This will come in handy.
tactical gloves. I am sorry, Astrid's gloves, but, yeah, that's not happening. Dear Constable Pete, I've conducted autopsies. Salt water in the lungs. So it looks like they've walked out into the water and drowned. Or they've been drowned by somebody. Ooh, garage key. Morgue.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Okay, let's take all this firewood that we can. I have a feeling we're going to need it, and I have a feeling that the constable will not be needing it. Ooh. Heading out on a grid search. None of the locals have offered to help. Doctor's quarantine is heavy. Doctor vanished. He's heading his way into the wildlands. There's a boat the previous constable stashed at the old launch on the far bank before the choke point in the town. I want to go downriver and return to the coast if things get bad. Alrighty. Okay, so there's a lumber mill and a lighthouse. So we're gonna go walk up here and see what's going on at the mill, and hopefully we don't get our head blown off by the paranoid workers there. Although if we walk up with our gun in our hand, we might. I highly doubt it, but that would be a funny interaction. Some guys here.
Hey, what do you want?
Hi there. I'm just looking around.
Well, don't be doing that.
Easy, Jean. She looks harmless enough.
Trust no one, that's what I say.
You guys guarding the mill?
Yeah, can't be too careful.
You're obviously new here, so let me fill you in on the situation. Someone's been going around murdering people, and that same someone is trying to burn the mill to the ground.
Come on, Jean. You sound so paranoid right now.
How else do you explain what's going on here?
Could it be that the events are unrelated?
Events? Unrelated? What are you, a cop?
A doctor, actually.
You a friend of Larson's?
No, I hear he's gone missing.
Yeah, missing. Like all the others. And the dogs.
Holy shit, Jean. You're too much.
What? You think it's all some kind of coincidence?
I mean, I don't know, but it seems a bit far-fetched.
Can I take a look around? Maybe I can help figure out what happened.
No way, lady. Nobody's getting through these gates. Not until whatever crazy asshole out there is behind bars. Or even better.
Hell, Jean. When did you get so bloodthirsty?
Look, nobody messes with the mill. Nobody. Without this place, we have nothing. No reason to be here. The town would just disappear.
You're so dramatic.
I'll leave you to it.
Be careful out there, lady. Weird shit is happening.
I'm sure everything will go back to normal once the power comes back on.
Yeah, and I plan to make sure there's still a mill left when that happens.
I'm telling you, you have to stop listening to all that paranoid conspiracy shit Terry's always raving about on his radio show.
Radio show?
Yeah, Terry runs his own personal radio station out of the old radio hut above town. Mostly plays music, but occasionally when he's been smoking a bit too much, well, let's just say things get a little crazy with his theories.
Listen, that guy knows what he's talking about.
No, that guy thinks he's living in the X-Files or something.
Trust no one!
Come on, man.
Trust no one.
Alright, let's warm up here for a bit while we think. Now, they mentioned the radio place, probably this road up here. That seems a bit out of the ways, so we'll do that if it becomes relevant. Which it likely will. Or if we get to a spot where we can't come back here, we'll check it out. Let's go to the morgue and see what's up there.
Okay, an improvised morgue. Looks like Dr. Larson did his best to maintain some kind of quarantine protocol for these bodies. It couldn't have been easy for him, being in such a remote location.
I'll assume the gas was just for lamp oil and not to burn any quarantined bodies. Although it definitely does not seem like an infectious viral disease. Constable Pete, I hope you can find this. I can't lose another patient. They've all trusted me. There's still someone out there who may be preying on these people. I've only seen a faint pattern, and I saw it too late.
Okay.
It's spreading.
So Larson and the constable both left town looking for the missing townsfolk. Each of them is a piece of the puzzle of what's going on in Perseverance Mills. Need to find them.
Okay. Oh, we don't want that. Right, let's see if there's anything in here.
These notes are detailed, yet vague. You can tell he wasn't really sure how to interpret his own observations.
Okay, nothing in there. Okay, is Constable's key gonna be anywhere? Aha! Gun locker. Okay, that was the key for the... Let's actually go get that gun. I have a feeling we'll need it.
Perfect.
Okay, I think that's good. Off to the wilds. Let's drop off a bunch of our gear first here, though, at the bar.
I wonder if I can drop any. So many of the locals have gone missing.
Aw, dog. I don't think that dog is going to be found.
Mary said she tried to drop a casserole off the dog person the other day, and he wouldn't even let her pass the front door.
Okay, I'll drop the logs here.
Yeah, you know how he loves something uncooked.
I would starve without the Lakers of Perseverance Mills taking pity on him.
For sure. Anyways, this was before he disappeared. Mary said she tried to peek in the door. You know how she can be. And she swore there was a body on the operating table. Water dripping off of it. She could hear the pattering of it hitting the floor while they both stood there in the doorway, water dripping off it. She could hear the pattering of it hitting the floor while they both stood there in the doorway. What did he say? Nothing. She asked him if he was okay and just stood there in silence.
Okay, and this is all just for inventory weight management.
There was definitely something off about the whole thing. What is there? I mean, who knows? But she swore he meant something about drowning before he closed the door in her face.
I always found it a bit odd, to be honest.
Okay, we're not going to need 15 cups of coffee all at once. We might need... yeah, let's do this. We'll keep the tea. I think that's good. Yeah, alright, let's go. Find the constable along the river. Drink a cup of coffee as well, just so we can stay alert and awake. Oh, what? Okay. Now, I actually do know where the people are in the wilds. I was watching Zach Nafine's video a bit. So they are, I will say that I do wish, I don't think there should be like notifications for this, but I would say more like environmental signs, like maybe footprints or things like that, but it's okay. Yes, when the note says the river, it means this river, not this one. It looks like somebody's car busted down. Ooh, flare shells.
I'll take it.
We'll take that, yeah. Thank you very much. Alright, let's continue. We've actually got quite a bit of ammo. I think that's a wolf over there. I can't tell if that was scripted or not. It did seem kind of script-like, right? You see him run across in the distance. Might have just been coincidence, though. Let's follow the road. Let's give them their space. Ooh, there's another one over there. Alright, let's keep moving. You always want to check the visors just in case There's something of note. We're gonna take these gloves just so we can use them to repair the tactical gloves when the time comes for that to be a good idea. Okay, we're gonna take the wood matches but not the cardboard ones. It's getting late in the day. I don't think there's gonna be anything in that. Well, what if there is? I don't think there's anything important in here, like, story-wise.
Nobody needs this anymore.
Never mind. Okay, now this does look like a one-way trip, but I don't think it is, actually. Let's see. Yeah, okay, it's not. Just gotta be careful.
Gotta warm up somehow. This'll come in handy.
Very nice. We have something to defend ourselves now, if it comes down to it. But let's get out of his way. Now, we're gonna wear this, but we're gonna keep these because it's just like carrying a piece of cloth.
Way out here.
Okay, we're not gonna need that.
Could end up being useful.
Take the flare shell.
I've seen hypothermia do weird things to people, but this feels like something different.
And we picked up a soggy note. Okay, nothing of note in the boat here, so. Is that a way back? It's a dead critter. Okay, this does.
I'm freezing.
This does look promising. Ooh, I don't like the.
Bad feeling with these missing people.
Okay, this is the right way. Good. Okay, let's look at that soggy note. Favorite fishing cabin on the lake. 2 sets of tracks. the lake and towards the shore. Old Fishing Cove. Okay. Now, I do know where both of them are. Like I said, because I saw Zach's stream. I do think the note could have been a bit more descriptive and more environmental cues, like I said. Because when it says the lake, it's like, it's way out of the way. Like, you wouldn't think about it much. Which is okay for, like, survival. I think story maybe a bit, you know. There needs to be some exploration. But probably not to that extent, right? There's a lot of wolves over here. Alright, we had the improvised knife. We don't need that anymore. Okay, 11 coal. Alright. Yeah, then we're gonna want to go this way. Now, we are taking damage, but there is a place I want to be by nightfall. Which seems to be rapidly approaching, doesn't it? And if this was Interloper, I would have stopped to make a fire. I don't know how much health you get back on Hardened Survivor difficulty, but we'll see. Okay, I'm fairly certain you can get up here on this side. It looks like it's impassable, but I think it's just barely level enough to get up here. Just barely. That made me jump. I was not expecting wolves up here. But, yeah, so the way you want to go, when it mentions the fishing cabin on the lake, it's not talking about this lake. It's talking about this giant one right here.
I need to find a place to rest.
Okay, right now, I'm not going to worry about grabbing anything on the way. Let's just go. I think we're going to drink one coffee, actually. Just so we can sprint a bit longer. Yeah, we'll search that backpack on the way back. Kind of getting hypothermic, so let's Move a bit quicker. Now this is an interesting path. That might be a shortcut back, actually. Ooh, okay, that's not good. That did, like, nothing. Well, that did scare them a bit. Let's go. Now, I don't want to throw this because it's probably just going to leave me vulnerable to being attacked when I try to go pick it up. Okay, let's go inside. Okay,
This stuff will come in handy.
That. Take that. So yeah, if you can, Timberwolf packs are usually worth just avoiding if you can get to shelter nearby. Oh, hello there. Oh, okay. Rusty key, huh?
Frozen in place. How does this happen?
I'm starting to get it. Starting to see the big picture. These damn dark places every night. A bitter cold, but I can't warm up. I have to wash it away. They knew it too, and they left. They all left. I can go deeper. Okay, now I think there was one thing else that I wanted to look at, and that was that larger fishing hut out here. Oh wow, this is a nice one. Could you imagine having this in our survival? That'd be amazing.
I'll take it.
Boat storage. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, now we could sleep out here, but let's go back inside. Yep, and trapdoor. That's a really cool house setup, I gotta admit. Let's... Is there any way we can start a fire? Yeah, let's start a fire in here. Good. Go ahead and add fire log. That's kind of a waste, but you know what, that's fine. Okay, we have 34 minutes. What we're gonna do is rip this up. And I don't think you can improve your skills, but they already start off at level 3, I think, which is really good. We're gonna put this casing in here. Yeah. We're not gonna need that 0.03 really. And we're not gonna need the fishing hook. We'll get that going. I do want to repair these climbing socks. Get that going. Repair one of these. I wouldn't bother with the fishing hook unless you actually have to fish. So that's why we're not bothering with any of that. Okay, now we're gonna add these sticks. And we're gonna cook a bunch of coffee. We're gonna heat up this herbal tea first, which I could have just put off to the side actually, but okay. Okay, we're gonna cook that. We have any bandages? We have 2 bandages, that should be good. Honestly, let's just go ahead and start cooking all this stuff. It doesn't give off a scent or anything when you've opened it, unless they added that in this episode, which would be crazy, but... Okay, 13, 11, 9... I think that's good for now. Take this. Let's go ahead and go to bed. We're gonna sleep for 12 hours, I think. Now, I don't know if this is interloper level of fatigue, or of thirst, so we might actually lose. Okay, no, we didn't. So I think it is like 12 hours is a full night's sleep, which is really good. So let's eat that.
Ugh, my tongue feels like sandpaper.
I thought we just got sick from that. Okay, how many calories? 900. Oh yeah, that's good. Just like that, we're up to full. Now, we found the location of the one person. The other one is a lot harder to understand based on the notes. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So, favorite fishing cabin on the lake. That makes sense. Loner, but new Perez. Old enemies maybe. Bad blood. 2 sets of tracks. The lake and towards the shore. Old fishing cove. So this is where the confusion comes from. When it says on the lake, I think this was Perez. But the shore, I think, means the lake here on the shore. And then the lake means this lake up here. So I think that's what was intended. But probably could have been worded a bit better, but it's okay. The wolves are still running. We should have taken some torches, but you know what? They're still scared, so... let's make it a point to keep moving. I said we wouldn't throw this, but I do not want them following me up the... yeah, you see? It's just not worth it. Although maybe I shouldn't rush them when I throw it. How bad? It's a damage report. That's really bad. Okay. Well, they tore the heck out of my clothes, but nothing that's... are you serious? Okay, you're getting shot. I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not dealing with that. Mr. Timberwolf, giving me no choice. Let's pick up after our environment.
I can use this.
Wow, they're tearing the hell out of me. Guess I'm a bit rusty, huh? Okay, well... hopefully we can stop sucking, but I think we should be in the clear now that we're away from them, and we've shot both of them. I don't think we'll need any more cattail heads, so we can start leaving those, but it's a great source of early game tinder. That was kind of annoying though with the double Timberwolf pack, but oh well. Yeah, now we're just gonna follow this river upstream. Now, if this was Interloper, we'd probably collect every cattail we could, but I'd rather just keep moving for this. It's definitely not suitable for living. There's a big moose right there, huh? There's also a house. Okay, as much as I'd like to just run up the lake, I do think that the cabin might be worth investigating. We're not going to get any rose hips or anything like that. I don't think it's worth the wait, to be honest. No, we haven't. We have enough matches as is. So let's just continue. We can actually cut across here. So yeah, Timberwolves kinda really did us for a number, but it's okay. Should be fine. Now let's go this way, because I do know there is a place nearby over this hill that we want to go. And to the extent that I got the first time, it was like just the wilds area up here. It was like the only knowledge I had, so after we do this part of the quest, I will be completely blind. So if I make a bunch of weird decisions that don't really make sense,
My fingers feel numb.
that's why, because I won't know the story at that point. Okay, now I don't know what this is. It might just be a cave. Oh, hello. It is a cave. Okay, but nothing...
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Nothing of note, really. Just... Let's continue. Okay, this is what I was looking for.
It's too cold to think.
Excellent. And these cabins are what we're looking for. Oh, and a lookout over there. But let's go ahead and do this part of the quest first, even though we're taking cold damage, because I do know that the other person is up here. And there actually is a clue. I think it's intentional. It has to be intentional. And I guess you can kind of see that because there's like a scarf just out here. But what you want to do is you want to come this way. And you can see here there's a backpack.
I can imagine getting lost and freezing to death in the night. But this... What the hell happened here? I need to get one of these bodies back to Larson's clinic. An autopsy's the only way I'll get...
Oh, okay.
Well, that's not what I would have expected, honestly. Larson was clearly onto something, based on his notes and the questions he was asking. And those other bodies, the other missing people he mentioned in his notes from months ago. But how do they connect to these new bodies? What I can't figure out is that there's no obvious external cause of death. Nothing you'd have expected. No predation, no obvious injuries. If not for... I'd have said something maybe like a heart attack or hypothermic hallucination, but... This body, it's like the others in Larson's notes. This person died with water in their lungs. Salt water. They drowned. It makes no sense.
I was thinking,
Astrid?
hypothermia, but...
Over here, Jane.
There you are.
I found some of the missing people.
Any of them still alive?
Unfortunately.
Okay. And...
I just completed an autopsy. And what I found... Well... It doesn't make sense.
Does it have anything to do with what's going on with Freya?
I can't be sure. But until I know more, just stay close to her, okay?
A friend is with her right now.
Go to her. Stay with her. Don't let her out of your sight.
Astrid, you're scaring me.
There's just too much about this situation that doesn't make sense.
You sound like you know what's going on.
I don't. But I'm starting to build a theory.
Well, while you do that, can you check in on Terry?
Terry?
Yeah, our local DJ. He's really just a kid from the city, but he's been running a radio station from the old hut outside of town.
Wait, is this the conspiracy guy?
So you've heard of him. Some people in Cooper's mentioned they hadn't heard from him in a couple of days.
Oh, he's dead.
They're worried.
He's gotta be
Terry's
dead.
the one broadcasting the quarantine message. So if we want anyone to hear it and come to help...
I get it. No message, no help. I'll take a look.
Be careful, Astrid.
Get back to Freya. I'll be fine.
Really, be careful. I don't know what we'd do without your help.
Okay, now honestly, I was expecting to like... Ooh, complete the autopsy. I was expecting like... You know, having to carry them like we did in episode 3, but that doesn't seem to be the case, thankfully. It looks like it's gone to the next day. So let's actually just sleep in here for a few hours. Yeah, I was expecting to have to carry them like we did in episode 3, so Thank goodness we didn't have to do that. Yeah. Okay, we're all good. Pretty heavy on the weight though, but that's okay. We're gonna drop these here. Okay, I think that should be good. We're not gonna need this. We're not gonna need... Yeah, I don't even want to know how Astrid did that. That's like at least 150 pounds of dead weight. Already carrying like 60 pounds on her back as well. Cold. Let's just assume that she...
Okay, now to find that radio hut.
Let's just assume she like had people come out and help her. Or she just did it herself, which is impressive, but... I'm just glad we didn't have to carry them all the way back.
Looks like the way to the radio hut.
And when she was inspecting them, she was like, there's no obvious sign of death. I was like, hypothermia? I mean, granted, they didn't take their clothes off, which, you know, when you're... that people do that because you get, like she said, the hypothermic hallucination, but I get what she meant now that she saw that there was salt water in their lungs. That's not too welcoming now, is it?
Must be that guy Terry's hut. A good place to hide out if you want to get away from people in town, I guess.
This is nice real estate. Look at this. Beautiful overlook. He's done pretty well for himself. Although, why would there be a bulletin board up here? Although, maybe this was like a natural park that...
Smoke from the chimney. Good. Looks like someone's home.
Yeah. Well, actually, let's not walk in with our gun, just in case. Okay, let's go ahead and go in. This is nice. He's done quite well for himself.
Look! I'm gonna bring them back, okay? I promise.
Nice.
Excuse me, are you Terry?
Yeah, look, you didn't have to come all the way up here. I just need them for a bit longer, and then I'll bring them back. Wait, you're here about the batteries, right?
Batteries?
Yeah, car batteries. I just needed some fresh ones. It's like 9 out of 10 are completely fried, so it takes a while to find enough to get it working.
I'm not here about the batteries.
Okay, so... Wait, who are you anyway?
Get what working?
Huh?
You said
as
it
high
takes
as
a
a
while to
kite.
find enough batteries to get it working.
Oh! You better come inside, because that's a story. Okay, so about 10 days ago, Doc Larson asked me to start broadcasting a quarantine message. He was worried about what he was seeing in the town. Some weird sickness, people going missing, something with the dogs, too. You know, it's not the kind of thing I usually do with the radio, but I could tell it was important.
So this is before the power went out?
Yeah, before the lights in the sky and all the electronics went dead.
So, how did I hear you?
Huh? What?
I heard your message from the radio tower in Pleasant Valley after the lights in the sky.
Right, so even though the power was dead, some things were still working. Not well, but well enough. Lights flickering. The TV or radio in your house would suddenly come to life and then die again, almost as quickly. And I'm pretty sure that's even what triggered the fire at the mill.
People in town seem to think it was arson.
I think they want to believe that because it's easier than thinking everything electronic is suddenly trying to kill us, right? Anyway, I realized that if I hooked up a car battery to the radio, it wouldn't flicker on and off and on and off as much when the aurora was in the sky. So I grabbed all the batteries I could find and have been using them to power my transmitter, to broadcast the quarantine message like Doc Larson asked me to. And other stuff.
What other stuff did you do with the radio?
Okay, so anyway, I've been broadcasting this message for days. Doc Larson had gone missing by then, and people were freaking out. People were going missing. Some turned up dead. We didn't know what to do about the quarantine. So I kept broadcasting, but this time asking for help. And then out of the blue, I got a response.
You did?
Yeah. Some guy. He asked about a doctor? He was cutting in and out.
Right. He was looking for me.
Whoa. Okay. I tried to tell him Doc Larson was already missing. I could hear him, but he couldn't hear me.
So that's the conversation I overheard.
Okay, but that's not the interesting thing.
There's more.
Yeah. 2 things. First thing, a few days ago, I picked up a distress signal. I couldn't make sense of it, because it was a lot of gibberish and maybe not all of it in English. I don't know, I was a little high. Then, I realized it was coming from a ship, but it wasn't on any of the normal frequencies, and it didn't make sense.
Did they broadcast coordinates?
No. But I was able to figure it out, based on signal strength. The signal came from the bay just north of town. Desperation Bay. I meant to check it out myself, but frankly, I'm scared as shit to leave this place. I think there's probably a murderer out there.
Point it out on a map and I'll see what I can find. What's the second thing?
Okay, second thing. This one is especially cool, like something big. About a week ago, I was just minding my own business, rotating the shortwave around to see what I could pick up. And something absolutely massive came through. This was just before the power went out, now that I think about it.
What do you think it was?
No idea. But whatever it was, the signal was powerful enough to take out my favorite unit. I've never seen anything like it. Just fried it, just then and there. I mean, I had to dust off this archaic museum piece to keep broadcasting. It literally uses vacuum tubes, for crying out loud. How else am I gonna keep calling for a doctor or someone to help protect us from the murderer?
Terry, what do you think the signal was?
I've never seen or heard anything like it before. Signal monitor was off the charts. It just buried the needle and then some. I'm telling you, I don't know what it was, but what I can tell you is...
Yes, Terry?
It came from up there.
Be a bit too much of the Zaza.
Cargo ship, mysterious radio signal, Desperation Bay.
Alright, let's go ahead and go back to the bar. Let's see, is there a quick way down here? No, I didn't think so. Okay. He's doing quite well for himself. He's got all that food. I guess he's being useful with the broadcasting, although I don't know how much good that's doing, but let's just go this way. Now we could go to, we could go back to the bar, but we're closer to the actual, you know, the next quest objective, so let's go ahead and go that way. I am really glad though that we didn't have to, hello? Okay. I guess we'll go this way. I'm really glad we didn't have to carry that person all the way back, because that would have been bad. I would not have enjoyed that. I did see Bashara post a video, or more like a community post on YouTube, where he somehow carried a passenger from the airplane all the way up to Timberwolf Mountain, the summit of Timberwolf Mountain. I have no idea how he did that, but that is insanely impressive. I could not do that. Probably took hours of goating. I didn't even know you could goat all the way up there like that, but apparently he did it somehow. I don't know how I feel about Terry. I mean, he's quite the fan of the Zaza, but he kind of seems like he makes it his whole personality. A wolf. Yes, I think it is. That's impassable. Let's just go this way.
Cold.
Again, I have no idea what the story holds at this point. I was surprised that, like I said, that we got teleported back, which was very nice. I can't stress that enough, but from here on out, I am just as blind as you guys are. Assuming you haven't watched anybody else play this yet. I wouldn't blame you if you've seen other people play it. Just happy that you guys are here watching and enjoying this with me. But yeah, work has just been so busy, so I know a lot of other people likely have already uploaded the entire episode by now, which is good. It's good that, you know, a lot of people are wanting to play the episode and enjoy all the work that Hinterland did. It's just, unfortunately, work has gotten in the way of this.
I've never felt so cold in my life. This has been here a while.
I highly doubt we're going to come back here, so let's grab these right here. If this was like interloper levels of rationing, I would kill this rabbit, but we don't need to do that. I was going to say it's promising, but now the ominous music is making me reconsider. I do love the music, though. Honestly, this is like music I would expect to hear from a creepypasta reading, which is not an insult. I like it. Sometimes I'll listen to like creepypasta at work. There's also a channel like emergency disaster reports or something like that. Can't remember. They do use AI for like the text-to-speech and whatnot. They do a pretty good job, and all the writing they say is made by people, which the writing sounds genuine. And I know Hinterland and a lot of people have an issue with AI, and I do too. But with the quality of the content they push out, I mean, it would take months, and they're very upfront and honest about it, so I can't get too upset. And it is good writing, I think. But yeah, AI is really for the worse, I think, taking over a lot of stuff, especially at my job. They keep telling me to use it and integrate it into our systems and like use it to push out code faster, and I keep telling them that I need to also, like, even if it does it all perfectly, I don't have any idea of how the actual system works, but they're just adamant about it, so I've kind of compromised with them on like the front end side of things being all AI, and the back end and the data, the SQL Server and all that being my work completely. Just a sign of the times, I guess, but yeah, Hinterland had their whole message and whatnot, which I agree with for the most part. I think it was...
Cargo ship. Looks like it's locked in the ice. How do we get out there? That must be the ship Terry heard the message from.
Let's go investigate the lighthouse, shall we? But yeah, the message, I think it was maybe a bit dramatic, but I get what they're saying. I think it should be good to use to like... there's good stories of like it helping doctors with diagnoses, and it can be good with debugging complex issues if you know what you're looking for. I'm not going to take that moldy water. But it really should not replace... That's good. Should not replace artists. Like, all the channel artwork is done by my friend RighteousKiwi. And I know her and a lot of other artists have been really impacted by that. Really devastated, really. It's just really, really sad. Like, our senior... engineer quit like almost a year and a half ago, and instead of hiring somebody else, they made us use the AI to be more productive, which, yeah.
Good, a map. Looks like the lighthouse overlooks Desperation Bay.
That was a bit jarring how it like moved the camera like that. But yeah, it's just a sign of the times, I guess.
This'll come in handy.
Like, if you're wanting to just put out stuff or like you do it quickly, yeah, you can hire an artist. This is a beautiful lighthouse. Or you can just prompt. Okay, actually, we're not going to check that out just yet. Or you can just prompt it and get something. But I don't like it. And honestly, for this series, there probably won't be any thumbnails drawn because she's busy with other life stuff. Well, yeah, she's just unavailable. And rather than use anything like that, I'm just gonna use like thumbnails from the videos, I think, for these. So I'd rather just use thumbnails from the game than any sort of generative stuff like that. I hope you understand. You won't be sad that there's no thumbnails. Like, she does beautiful work. I love it. It's just it takes time, and that's what I'm fine with. It's just we're all so busy, you know. And you really can't rush quality, which is why this took so long to release. I know it's not the high action, you know, stuff that a lot of people crave. But I play games like TF2, 7 Days to Die, other games like that for that action. This is definitely more of a solemn, I just had a terrible long day at work and I need something to decompress, relax, you know? Rather than TF2, which can get frustrating at times. What is this? Can I craft something? I don't know why that's marked, but okay.
This must be Desperation Bay. A rugged landscape.
Wow, that is far away. Oh my goodness. Wow, okay, well, let's get to it, shall we? But yeah, just like the scope of all this is really, really impressive. Now, I haven't played any more of the story, but I'm hoping that it's as high quality as it is at the beginning. The only critique I'd say so far was the locations of the people could have been better telegraphed. We're not going to need any of this stuff. Oh wow, this is insanely far away. I don't know how I don't think this will be in survival mode, to be honest. Which is fine. It's very large. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't like the idea of art and such being AI generated. Like, I honestly was surprised at how easily the AI was able to reproduce, but once I kind of realized what it was doing, it made perfect sense, because I mean, really, you know, an image is just a collection of pixels, at least from an electronic standpoint, right? And it can just train on that data that it's given and recreate it. There's not really any ingenuity. It's based off of existing work that actual people did. And it can take those creativity, those works of creativity, and, you know, rearrange them into what fits the model of what they're given. And there's the whole copyright concerns and all that, and not even concerns, just blatant, you know, copyright infringement. I don't think this is going to cut it, so let's go this way. I think after this... Oh my goodness. These poor people. I completely forgot what I was going to say. Oh, am I supposed to... Wait, hold on. Okay, I guess I'm mistaken then. I thought we were supposed to go up and around. But it seems like this narrow stretch of land right here is actually what we need to do. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, no, I'm just... Let's pretend that didn't happen.
Huh, what have we here?
Okay, we're gonna drink. I don't want to use that just yet, because we're not cold and we're actually warm enough to... you know, we're actually warm enough that we don't need to be in that much of a hurry. But as funny as it is, the thing I've gotten the most excited about seeing so far is the ptarmigan statue. So if you guys know, in our playthrough, we're making a whole predator memorial. And now we need... Now it looks like if they release those statues to survival, we can be looking at a prey memorial. Which is exactly what I want. I don't know what we would do with the moose. Like the ptarmigans, the rabbits, and the deer will obviously be the prey, but the moose is not a prey animal. It's not a predator or meat eater either, but it's definitely a dangerous adversary.
So remote out here. Feels like the ends of the earth.
Honestly, she's not even wrong. It's even more... Honestly, I'd say it's even more desolate than Sundered Pass, which is really saying something. Well, maybe not more desperate, or maybe not more desolate, but it's quite up there. We're just gonna keep going this way. I don't want to deviate too much, unless there's like a cougar in the way or something, but...
this suit, I'm gonna faint.
Okay, it looks like this is the place to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through the cave and then sleep at the other end of the cave and then go out in the night towards the ship. I think that would be fun. Seeing the tree branch up here, so I'm thinking that we might have to cross it. Yes. Yes, indeed, I was right. Well, actually. Okay, I don't know if we'll need to cross that specifically. That's probably just another alternate way to get up here. Oh, this is an external cave. I see. I see. Very cool. Take a can, leave a can.
Looks like this has been here a while.
I see. Very nice. Okay, we might actually start a fire here. Well, we still have some daytime, and it's not cold enough. Start taking damage. You know what? We'll check that on the way back. Yeah, this definitely gives Sundry Capacitor a run for its money. Two stems. We might use a stem if need be. We might stop at the docks for the night. Then we might actually end this part of the playthrough once we get to the dock. I don't know. Kind of getting up there on time. Okay, we could try. Oh, no, I'm mistaken. Okay, we have 1 and 2 paths. Let's try this one. that was the smart decision then. I don't know. I'd rather trust the distress pistol at this point. Sorry, buddy. But you are me, and I am... Okay, so it's just a way around. Okay, that's good to know. Poor puppy. There's no way we could avoid it. Yeah, Desperation Bay. But yeah, if you're in a situation like that and you have the shells to spare, the distress pistol is definitely the play. Let's go a faster way. I see why this is the way it is. You can go quickly and deal with the bear, or you can go the long way. Doesn't seem to be bothering anybody. Okay, let's see if this guy has anything we might need. Because with our luck, he probably has like a key or something. Most likely this is just somebody who washed ashore. That would have been disastrous if we got hypothermia from that. Because we cannot run anymore. Okay, this isn't too bad at all. Alright, let's sleep here for a bit, but I first want to check the docks.
Well, this stuff will come in handy. We'll need that, just in case. Alright, let's gather what we can, and then we're going to go into the other cabin and then sleep there for a bit. take it.
I'll take it just in case, but this is an interloper, remember?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Fine by me. Now let's take this stuff. I'm gonna drop these, and then this is... Honestly, we probably don't need these logs, but...
I think I can use this.
We won't need those. Now, with the last bit of daylight we have, let's start repairing some of this stuff. We might not be able to do this. Hey, just barely. Alright, let's go ahead and get some sleep. We're gonna sleep for 12 hours again. That would be messed up if there's like a hidden timer where your friend's daughter dies if you take too long. I highly doubt that's the case, but that'd be really unfortunate. Alright, let's head out. I think we're going to end the episode once we get to the ship. Make sure we're not going to get spawn camped by the bear. This looks like a potential pathway. I'm just always antsy around areas like this. Just falling in the ice, falling through the ice in the water would not be good right now. Especially since the wind is as oppressive as always. Okay.
Wait. It was so cold.
Okay, that was unexpected.
Warming up a bit. There's got to be a way through this maze of ice.
Yeah. You'd think so, wouldn't you? I was making sure that that didn't loop around above that. That did make me jump though. I'm not used to it shattering like that all at once. Okay, now if this is... Yeah, okay, I'm seeing the path here. Just wanted to make sure.
This feels like the right direction.
When you're hypothermic like this, you just want to keep moving. You don't want to... You're going to get so tired so quickly, you might as well just run as much as you can.
Okay. The ship looks much bigger up close. Can make out the ship's name. Looks like Katsumaru. Sounds Japanese. How the hell did it get all the way out here?
Ah, you can climb it. That's cool. Actually, you know what? Let's do that while we still have the strength to do so.
Made it.
Yeah, let's get inside before
Is anyone there?
before we freeze.
Damn. This place is spooky.
Okay, before we enter the cargo hold, I want to see if there's anything else on top of here. I highly doubt it, but... I am the adventurous sort. Okay, nope, nothing. Alright. Oh, it didn't save. Okay, well... Let's go ahead and save the game here. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we'll end the episode there. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, and take care.